Hi everyone, it's Kim and welcome to my video today. Today we're going to Home Depot for what we'll call a plant haul with restraint because we're not really going to buy much, just one that we kind of stumbled upon. My daughter and I went together and we're checking out, I don't know, kind of a scrabbly portion that Home Depot had to offer. Things didn't look in very good shape. I don't know if this one little corner where they had things in this particular Home Depot was all they had to offer. Some appeared to be fresh. That Dieffenbachia looked really nice. That's not bad for $15. And they had one little Aglaonemia here, which didn't look too bad. But most of the plants just looked a little bedraggled. It doesn't really show on the video how bad they looked, but when you look close there were a lot of browned edges and I don't know, little rotty looking places. So these all should have been on the clearance rack. Yeah, you can see this leaf. I think that's one of those money plant trees that, you know, it looks bad and it's still there for $30. I'm not real sure who would pay $30 for that. I'm not familiar with that money tree. Maybe they pop out, do a lot better. This fiddle leaf fern looks fiddle leaf fig looks pretty good. My daughter was kind of interested in that. And I'm sorry you can't hear us speak together. I filmed it there with the video going, but the music practically drowns out what we're saying, so I just had to re-narrate over it. Now the snake plants look pretty good, but that's just visually here in this film. They looked a little bit rotted and torn and everything. My daughter had brought over a Christmas fern that she was interested in, and I kind of like the idea of that. I think that was one of the ones that I had at my previous home. It came back every year faithfully and grew bigger and bigger. Now, I don't know if this is a result of somebody watering a plant there and just splashing it all over, but the Home Depot division didn't look very good. Now, over here on their little succulents, it looked like they'd had new shipments because they were in fairly decent shape. They didn't look too overwatered or rotted or anything. This little aloe looked pretty cute. My daughter liked it a lot. Zanzibar aloe, it said. That looks like a really nice plant. A lot of little babies there coming. Now there were some real large plants that still had wrapping paper around them. Now that one looks like the top growing area has started to rot already. That yellow spot with the dark color. So I'd be very wary of that one. Now this was a real interesting looking plant. I really like the look of it, but that I think might be fire sticks. It looked kind of bedraggled. Now you can see these little plants that looks like the ogre's ears like I already have, and several of these plants are ones that I already have or would like to have, but I don't know the names of them. I've not learned those ones that I can just rattle off like some of the ladies do here. Now this little Hawathia was really cute. I like the way it looks with almost translucent leaves. That one said it's a Mirabilis. And this was an Aloe snowstorm. It was a really cute plant. We just kept going through these and admiring. Now that blue chalk sticks, I liked those, but they were a lot bigger and a lot better priced at the other garden center that I'd been to recently. I think I've already posted that video, Stockslagers. I'm on the lookout for some cactus. I want some rat tail cactus. or monkey tail, whichever one would be the smallest. Now that looks cute. That's a Haworthia. Yeah. Looked a little dead in the edges though. I'm not a fan of those real colorful cactus, the I don't know, grafted ones. This particular little cactus, I like it, but it of course had one of those little red flowers glued onto it. I hate that. My son has some Optunia that I want to get from him and start some at my house. But again, that glued on just is crazy. And this one wasn't in good shape. It was about to fall out of its pot and looked like it had been broken. That's a cute one. I like that variegation on that one. Now around here on this side were ones that come in a ceramic pot, so you pay a little more to already be potted up, and I like to choose my own. Now this is the one that we fell in love with. That's the Aloe Crosby Prolific. It was a huge plant. I think that was a gallon planter, and it was just stuffed so full. I have since, after looking at this, read about how prolific it is, and that must be why it is named that, because it makes pups like crazy. $22.98. I can't believe that we would even consider paying something like that for a plant. But since we can share the cost, look, we get them for, hey, maybe $1 a piece each one, and I can transplant those. I really think it's a beautiful, beautiful plant, and we have so far found 3 blooming stalks, so we decided that this one was going home with us. It is a really beautiful plant, such a vivid and vibrant green, and those little spines aren't too sharp. They're not like a cactus sticker. They are sharp, but they don't hurt, and you don't have to be super duper careful around them. So that works for me. And you can see that stalk coming up, little tiny pups all over the place. And I do want to transplant this and put it in its own Hypertufa pot. Now I'm not sure how long the sticks will, or stalks will get with the flowers, but I'll put a heavy one. Now this particular little plant was just sitting out without its little plant pot, so I don't know what happened to it, but that is a strange looking plant. And it didn't have spines, it just had growths that were soft and tender. I've never seen anything like that. It was an Optunia subulata Eve's Needle Crest. That's another one of the expensive ones. But hey, I can only do one for a trip like this. But we did put that in the cart. We're planning on taking it home with us. And then I'll just need to make the right size Hypertufa pot. I'm gonna try to figure out exactly which one of these containers I want to make this particular plant's own custom bowl. So what I'll need to do is just kind of judge size-wise. This one or this one, or do we want a tall one, or this one that'll give it more room to make more babies. So I've got to make my decision. Well, I think size-wise, I like the way it seems to look with these shaped bowls, either the deep round one or that rectangular.
with a lot of design on the side. So that's probably what I'll do for this plant.